Dear students, in previous class we discussed about operations of a binary tree. We're having different types of operations like insertion, deletion, searching, traversal, and merging. In previous class we discussed about how to insert an element into a binary tree, how to delete, traveling methods like pre-order, in-order, post-order. Now we discuss about merging. So assume it, if you're having two binary trees and if you want to merge both, then this merging operation will done. So generally merging can be done if assume it, if we are having two trees like T1 and T2. If you want to merge T1 with T2 or T2 with T1, generally it will process the insertion process only. So from one binary tree to another binary tree, it will choose every node and it will perform insertion operation. There is another alternative method is there. Assume it, if either T1 or T2 is having one subtree as null, means assume it, in this example here there is a two trees called T1 and T2. When you observe T1, here the right subtree is null. We don't have right subtree. So simply we can link with this one with T2. So merging is done. So that is one of the way. Either first tree or second tree, both, if they have one subtree as null, then simply we can link with that one. But you should keep in mind that if tree doesn't have null, means left and right both they have child's subtrees, then merging will fail. So before going to perform the merging, we have to test for compatibility. If in both the trees root node have both the left and right subtrees, then merging will fail. So it is about merging of two binary trees. Here we merged two binary trees and this is the final result. Now we discuss about types of binary trees. Binary tree is having different types. Among that, the first one is binary search tree. Second one is heap tree. Third one is hide balanced tree. Fourth one is red black tree. And fifth one is B trees. So these all are different types of trees which follows the basic functionalities of binary tree. What is the basic functionality of binary tree? It's nothing but every root should contain either 0 or 1 or 2 childs only. Means every root should contain at most 2 children. This is the basic functionality of binary tree. So whenever you took these trees, every tree or every node contain maximum of 2 children only. But every type of binary tree is having their own properties. First, we discuss about binary search tree. So, a binary tree T is termed binary search tree, or else we call it as a binary sorted tree also. If each node n of T satisfies the following property. What is that property? The value of n is greater than every value in the left subtree of n and is less than every value in the right subtree of n. So, when you consider any root element, that root element should be greater than of its left side children, and that root element value should be less than of its right side children. When you observe here example, the root node is 25. So, whatever the values which is less than of this root value will be placed in left hand side. Whatever the values which are greater than this root element will be placed in right hand side. Just observe the values. So root element is 25. So when compared with left side, we are having 20. It is less than 25. And same rule will apply here also. Means the element which is less than 20 will be placed in left hand side, which is greater than 20 will be placed in right hand side. Where we are having 10, 22. 10 is placed in left hand, 22 is placed in right hand side. Same will apply for 10 also. So, which is the value less than will placed in left side, which is greater than will placed in right side. Same in right hand side also. So, this is about binary search tree. Simply we say that the binary tree, we call it as a binary search tree if the value of root element should be greater than to its left subtree and less than to its right subtree. If satisfies this property, then that tree, that binary tree, we call it as a binary search tree. Now we'll discuss about how to construct a binary search tree. So it is one of the important questions they will ask in examination. So you people should know how to construct a binary search tree. First of all, you should know what is binary search tree. So binary search tree is a binary tree which satisfies the following property. The property is the root element should be greater than to its left side tree and the root element should be less than to its right subtree. So now we discuss about construction. Here we have an example. To construct a binary search tree, we call it as a BST also. BST for the following sequence of numbers. We are having these numbers. For these numbers, we need to construct a binary search tree. So here the elements are 50, 70, 60, 20, 90, 10, 40, 100. So we need to construct a binary search tree with the help of these values. Generally, the first element, whatever you are having, the first element will make it as a root. And then after, we'll consider the next element. Assume the next element is 70. Means, where we have to place it? 50, root element 70. Means the value is greater than the root element. So we need to place it in right hand side. Like that, for every element, we need to check with root element. If it is less than the root element, we'll place it as the left hand side. Greater than, we'll place it as a right hand side. Now we discuss with in detail. So we need to always consider the first element as a root node. So the binary tree, such tree will constructed is explained below. Insert 50. First element is 50. We need to insert it. So this is the first element. Then we'll consider it as a root. Next element is 70. So 70 is greater than 50. 50 is the root element. We need to compare every value with 50. So here 70 is greater than 50. So insert 70 to the right of 50. So we insert the right side of 50. Next element is 60. So we need to compare with the root element. So 60 is greater than 50. So we need to go with right hand side. But already right hand side 70 is there. And what we need to do? Again, we need to compare 70 with 60. So 60 is less than 70. So less than 70, then where we need to insert? Left hand side. So we inserted 60 in left hand side. Same like that, we need to perform for every element. The next element is 20. So 20 is less than 50. So if the element value is less than the root value, then we need to place it in left hand side. So we place it 20 in left hand side. Next element is 90. Again 90 we need to compare with root element, that is 50. So 90 is greater than 50. So we need to insert 90 in right hand side of 50. But right hand side already we have one subtree. Then again we need to apply the same process. So we need to compare 90 with 70. So 90 is greater than 70. So insert 90 to the right of 70. But earlier right side of 70 we don't have. Right side of 70 we don't have anything. So we can place 90 in right side. The next element is 10. So 10 is less than 50. So we can place it in left hand side. But when you observe left hand side, already we having one element, that is called 20. So then again we need to apply the same formula for 20 also. So 10 is less than 20. So we can insert that 10 to the left side of 20. So we inserted here. Next 40. So same thing we need to check. 40 is less than 50. So left side. Left side already we are having 20. Then we compare with 40 is greater than 20. So when you observe here, for 20 right hand side we don't have anything. So 40 is greater than 20. Then 40 will be inserted right side of 20. So we inserted here. Next, insert 100. Next element is 100. So 100 is greater than 50. So we need to go with right hand side. But already right hand side we have 70. Again we apply with 70. So 100 is greater than 70. So we need to go with right hand side. But already right hand side we have 90. Again we go with same formula. So 100 is greater than 90. So insert the right of 90. Right side we don't have, directly we can insert. So this is about binary search tree. So whatever the elements we are having, we inserted successfully, and finally we got binary search tree. So, and this is a binary search tree. Why we call it a binary search tree? It follows the given properties of binary search tree. The property is, so left side of root element should be less than the root value, and the right subtree of root should contain greater than values of root. So here when you observe that, so 20, 10, 40, these are less than to 50, and 70, 60, 90, 100, these are greater than to 50. So this is about binary search tree. So they will ask about binary search tree construction, and also like insertion, deletion, these also operations along with that one. So, and already in previous class we discussed about traveling methods like pre-order, in-order, post-order. So now we construct traveling methods for the below binary search tree. So in the meantime, I will give an assignment to you just to construct a binary search tree for this assignment. The values which I am going to provide is 80, 40, 12, 20, 15, 25, 48, 52, 18, 32. These are the values. Try to construct a binary search tree for these values and define the traveling methods also. So take some 5 minutes of time and construct this one and send your answers, whatever the paperwork you done, send your answers to my WhatsApp number, or else keep with you. Better if you send to WhatsApp number, it will be fine. So I can able to understand how much you are going to following my classes. Just take 5 minutes and do that work. Okay, we'll continue the class. So hope you people constructed the binary search tree within the below elements. So those who completed, you can send the snapshot of the tree. You need to snapshot of the tree to my WhatsApp number along with your roll number. Now we go with traveling methods for the below tree. It is the result of the traveling methods pre-order. So pre-order is 100, 20, 10, 30, 200, 150, 300. In order is 10, 20, 30, 100, 150, 200, 300. Post order is 10, 30, 20, 150, 300, 200, 100. So directly I'm mentioning the values. Why? Because in previous class itself we discussed the traveling methods. But the thing is, when observed these three traveling methods, the in order will get the sorted data. So when we constructed any tree, whether is it correct or not, ourselves only we can justify. So if you get in order traversal with sorting elements, means sorting order data, we say that binary tree is the binary search tree is correct what you constructed. So if you didn't get sorting elements, so there is some mistake is there. Again you need to re-verify that one. Next, operations of binary search tree. So we are having 4 operations: searching the data, inserting data, deleting the data, and traversing the tree. So tree traveling methods already we did. Now we discuss about how to search element in a binary search tree, how we are going to insert data in binary search tree, and how we can delete the data in binary search tree. Searching the binary search tree. So if I want to search any item in binary search tree, so this is the process where we can do. So suppose in a binary search tree T item, the item of search, we will assume that the tree is represented using a linked structure. So we start from the root node R, then if item is less than the value in the root node R, we proceed to its left hand side. If item is greater than the value in the root node, we proceed to its right child. Why? Because we no need to search the entire tree. Half of the tree searching is enough. Why? Because so based on the root element itself, we can conclude that whether it is available on left hand side or right hand side. So that's why searching of tree will done only half part. So we'll search every element either in left hand side or right hand side. And this process will continue until the item is found, or else we'll reach the dead end, means leaf nodes. If we reach to the leaf node, then we can say that we don't have that element. So simply we say that element not found. So we go with small example. Here assume it we are having one binary search tree and I want to search the element 45 in the given binary search tree. So element 45, where we can find the 45 element? Here the root element is 25. So 45 is greater than 25. 45 is greater than 25. So there is a chance to get that element in right hand side. So it may be found or not, but there is a chance to get it in right hand side. So here we explain the process how we are going to implement. So we start our search from the root node 25. So 25, is it equal to 45? No. So then, so 45 is greater than 25. So we search 25 in right subtree. When it comes to right subtree, right hand side, the next element is we have 50. Again we need to apply the same thing, means 45 is less than 50. So there is a chance to get the element in left hand side. So again when it comes to left hand side, 35 is there. So 45 is greater than 35, means there is a chance to get that element in right hand side. So right hand side we have the leaf node, that is 44. So 45 is greater than 44. So there is a chance to get in right hand side, but we don't have any subtree and we reached end. So the element is not found. Assume it, if we take it as a element like 70, I want to search the element 70. First we'll compare 70. Is it equal to 25? No. Is it greater than 25? Yes. Then there is a chance to get in right hand side. So right hand side we have 50. Is it equal to 70? No. Then we need to check it. Is it 70 is greater than 50? 70 is greater than 50. So there is a chance to get in right hand side. Here it will come. So is it equal to 70? Yes. Then with searching we'll stop here. We say that element is found. So if not found, then we'll go with either is it less than or greater than. Okay. So this is the searching operation. So when you observe here, we searched only right hand side, not left hand side. Means half of the tree only will involve in searching technique, either left or right. Next we discuss about insert operation. So when you're going to insert operation, we need to follow some rules. That rules are: the insertion of a new key always takes a place as the child of some leaf node. So it will be added to leaf node only. For finding out the suitable leaf node, search the key to be inserted from the root node till some leaf node is reached. So insertion operation itself is nothing but the construction of binary search tree, which is breaked earlier. So when you're going to insert the new element, same operation will process. So once the leaf node is reached, insert the key as child of that leaf node. So we go with some example. Consider the following example where key equal to 40 is inserted in the given BST. I want to insert the element 40. Simple. So we'll check with the root element. So 40 is less than 100. So there is a chance to get left hand side. Left hand side again we are having 20. So 40 is greater than 20. So there is a chance to go with right hand side. So 30. 40 is greater than 30. So we can insert in right hand side of 30. That we done. So this is the insertion operation. Next, deletion. So deletion operation is nothing but, earlier in linked list also we discussed deletion operation. So it is not that much possible or that much easy to delete the element from the binary search tree or else in linked list also. Why? Because once you delete a particular element, there is a chance to break the chain. So it will happen here also. So here we are having three cases for delete operation. The case 1, delete of a node having no child, means the leaf node. So deletion of the leaf node is very easy way. Why? Because it doesn't have any left child or right child. So it doesn't have any further links. So just we can remove that one. Just we remove that particular element, means that particular node, without doing any changes. Here we provided one example. So I want to delete the element 20 from the given binary search tree. So deletion of 20. Generally internally the searching operation will do where we have 20. After finding that element only we can do. So here when you observe 20, it is available in left hand side and it is the leaf node. So means we don't have any children. So simply we'll apply delete operation, means free of the 20. So whatever the variable which is assigned for that one, just we can free it one. So deletion is done. So case 2, deletion of a node having only one child. So assume it, the node which you are going to delete is having one child, then this process will consider. So what we need to do? Just make the child of the deleting node the child of its grandparent. So assume it, here I want to delete the node 30. I want to delete the node 30. It is having one child called 40. So for 40, parent is 30 and the grandparent is 50. So this is parent and this is grandparent. What they are saying that just to make the child of the deleting node the child of its grandparent, means the child of 30 is 40, I will make this child of 50. So then deletion is done. Just I will remove this one and I will make child to this. So this is a process. So I did child to its grandparent, that is 50, 40. So this is the second case. So when you are going to delete a particular node, if it is don't have any children, simply will delete it. If it is having one children, either left or right, it's not a matter. If it is having left child or right child, it is not a matter. So simply we'll make it as a children to its grandparent. Okay, it's happened here. And third case, delete of a node having two children. So when you're going to delete a child with two children, here we are having two methods. The first method is visit to the right subtree of the deleting node. Visit to the right subtree of the deleting node. So whatever the node you are going to delete, we need to visit the right subtree. Pluck the least value element called as in-order successor and replace the deleting element with its in-order successor. So we need to find the least value which is available on that, and we need to make it as that will be replaced with the deleting node. Just we go with one example, then you can able to understand clearly. Assume it, I want to delete a node value 15 in the given binary search tree. So I want to delete this element. So 15 is having both left and right hand child. So here what they mentioned, visit the right subtree of the deleting node. So this is the deleting node. Right subtree means this one. Okay. Plug the least value element called as in-order successor. Here the least value of this one is 16. We found list value 16. And the next, replace the deleting element with its in order successor. Means just you replace 15 with 16. That's enough. We did here. So this 16 is removed here and we place here. So the final tree is 20. This is 30. Here 16. I replaced. As usual, 10, 2, 12, 17, 19 is there. This is method 1. There is another method called second method. Here what we are doing, visit the left subtree. So in method 1 we did right one. Here now we are doing with left one. Visit the left subtree of the deleting node and plug the greatest value element called the in order predecessor. So greatest value we need to found it and replace the deleting element with its in order predecessor. Assume it I want to do same 15. So I visited 15 and I considered left subtree and the greatest value. Left subtree is here. So in left subtree we are having 10 to 12. What is the greatest element? 12. Just I replace 15 with 12. That's all. So 20, 12, 17, 16, 19, 10, 2. So this is done. So you can say that we got two different trees. Here we deleted with one method. I got this one. The final tree I got this one. So when I applied left hand side, we got this one. So two trees are different, but should keep in mind that whether it is following binary search tree property or not. Yes, it is following. So this is deletion operation. So we completed these all things. Just I will revise the binary search tree again once more time. So we discussed about what is meant by binary search tree. So binary search tree is termed as a binary tree which following these properties. The value at n is greater than every value in the left subtree of n and is less than every value in the right subtree of n. The root element should be less than to its right subtree elements and root value should be greater than to its left subtree element. And we discussed with one example how to construct a binary search tree. So the root element will be the first element in the list whatever you have. So is there any restrictions are there? We say that no. Any element we can consider as a root. But the thing is, for simplification, we consider the first element as a root. So the maximum in textbooks, they will consider like that only. But practically, there is no any restriction on that one. If I want to consider 20 as a root, you can consider it. Or else, if I want to consider 10 as a root, you can consider it. Based on the element you consider the root, tree structure may change. But it is a complicated question. In interviews, they may ask whether or you need to construct root element as the first element, is it compulsory? Then you say no. Why? Because you can take any element as a root. Based on that only tree construction will process. Okay, but here we consider the first element as a root. So based on that only we constructed the tree. And traveling methods also we discussed it. Pre-order, in-order, post-order. So if at the time of traveling, if you get in-order traveling as with sorting elements, then we say that our tree construction is okay. If you get any problem in in-order traveling, then we say that some problem is there in our construction. Again, we need to go with re-verification, then we can conclude. Why? Because in examination they will ask like this only. So they will give some numbers, they will ask to construct a binary search tree. So ourselves only we need to find out whether what we constructed is correct or not. So in that way, just in order will say whether your construction is correct or not. So if you got in order traveling with sorting elements, then we say that it is correct. So operations: searching, insertion, deletion, and traveling. So we discussed about how searching operation is done, deletion and insertion also. Next we discuss about heap tree. Heap tree is also a binary tree and it is also having some properties. The properties are: 1. For each node n in H means heap tree, the value at n is greater than or equal to the values of each of the children of n. And the second property are, in other words, n has a value which is greater than or equal to the values of every successor of n. Here the property is, when you observe a tree or else a subtree or one root, the root value should be greater than to its children. That is only the property we need to check. The root element value should be greater than or equal to its both children. Whether the children is having less value in left hand side, greater the value in right hand side, that is not property. Here just we need to check that root element should be greater than to its children, greater than or equal to. That's only. When it comes to binary search tree, so the root value should be greater than to its left children, should be less than to its right children. That is the binary search tree property. Heap tree is following: root element should be greater than or equal to its children. That's all. We are not discussing about children's, just we are discussing about root element only. So root element should be greater than or equal to its children. That is the property of heap tree. So heap tree we can classify into two types only. One is called max heap, another one is called min heap. Max heap and min heap we are having. So max heap is nothing but whatever the properties we are having heap tree, it follows. And in max heap, every node contains a greater or equal value or elements of its child node. Means max heap is nothing but the default heap tree, we call it as a max heap. So here we found an example. So when you got any binary tree, if said that whether is it heap tree or not, simply you check that the root element is it having greater than to its children or not. For example, here 90, it is a root element. Its children are 89 and 70. Yes, root is greater value than these two children. Again, you observe with 89. Children are 36, 75. So both are less than to 89. Yes, it is following. Next 36. Its children are 21, 18. So both are less than to root. So no problem. Next 75. So its children is 15. So it is less than its parent. So no problem. Next we consider 70. The children are 63, 65. So both are less than to root element. So it is a heap tree. And we call it as a max heap also. So next second one is min heap. So min heap conforms to the above properties of heap, and in min heap every node contains lesser value elements than its child nodes. So means it is opposite. So the root node contain the smaller value to its children. So children are having higher value to root element. So here is an example. So 10, root element is 10. Its children are having 20, 30. So lesser. So it is a min heap. Next 20. Its children are having 50, 40. Lesser. Next 50. If children are having 189, so lesser. 40. Children is having 70, so lesser. 30. Children are having 64, 47, lesser. So it is a min heap. Okay. So it is about heap tree. Generally, like a binary search tree, heap tree is represented like linked and array also, but we prefer array representation. So heap tree maximum is represented with array, and here when compared with binary search tree or binary tree, so heap tree, so there is no wastage of array space and so maximum will utilize all the cells in the given array. So we don't have any wastage of memory, so we prefer array is representation for heap tree. Here we found one example. So we have one tree, it's a binary heap tree. So elements will be placed. First element, this will be placed in first cell, this is second cell, this is third cell, this is fourth, this is fifth, and this is sixth. How we are going to place like this? Means here we are having properties. If you are assuming indexing value starts with 0, then its parent node will be present at array location of array of I by 2. So if you consider one index, one element, then parent will be available on I by 2. Left child will present at array location of array of 2i plus 1, and the right child will be available at 2i plus 2. If you consider indexing starts with 1, then its parent node will be present at array location of array of I by 2, and its left child node will be presented at location of array 2, 2i, and right child will be 2i plus 1. So these are the formulas to represent array locations. Assume it, if I found that 4, this is a fourth element. So, and we assume that indexing starts with 1. Its parent node will be present at array location of I by 2. 4 by 2 means 2. Second cell B. So B is a parent. If left child will be present at array location of 2i. So 2i means 4 to 8. But we don't have cell. So we don't have left cell. And right cell will be available 2i plus 1. If I assume it B is a element, I is a 2, then I by 2 parent. 2 by 2 means 1. Parent is available at 1 cell. And left side is 2i, means 2 to the 4. Left side is available at 4 cell. Right side is 2i plus 1. 4 plus 1, 5. Fifth cell. Okay. This is a formula to represent heap tree with array notations. Okay. So this is about binary search tree and heap tree. Today we discussed totally binary search tree with operations and partially on heap tree. So the students, tomorrow we'll continue how to construct heap tree and operations also. Okay, thank you, and you complete the given assignment of binary search tree and send it to my WhatsApp number along with your roll number. Thank you. Bye.